I think about it every day.
How old were you when you were diagnosed with ALS? Mike Vollmer can no longer speak, so he uses a sensor on his forehead to type his words, and a computer speaks for him.
I was 36.
Vollmer, like Derek Owens, was once the total package, a combination of brains and brawn, a star football player at Harvard with a bright future. Now, at 44, he lives in this room at a nursing home in Columbus, Ohio, decorated, ironically, with a keepsake from a better time. This is your helmet. Bring back memories? Good ones?
It shows the scars of many of the great games I was a part of.
It does show the scars. I can see the nicks, you know. The average football player takes about 1,000 hits to the head. Yeah, wow is right. Do you think that the NCAA should change its rules so that there are fewer hits over the course of a season?
College football is about being a student first, which means to exercise the brain constructively. Rules for college football should always put progress of the mind as first priority.
Vollmer lives here for a simple reason. He could no longer afford the round-the-clock care at home. Because while former NFL players who may be suffering from brain injury get help with their medical bills from the league, former college players in this condition get nothing from the NCAA. In a word, money. That's why you're here.
Of course, I would welcome the way for me to live in a home setting instead of a nursing home. I have been here for 14 long months.
I know you went to Harvard, so you had a third-rate education. I get that. But your mind is as sharp as ever, isn't it? Before all this, Vollmer was a successful lawyer, and he still thinks like one, which may explain his theory as to why the NCAA won't help former players with brain injuries pay their long-term medical bills. It might, he says, set a dangerous legal precedent.
The NCAA is not going to easily open itself to the liability of scores of thousands of former college athletes who may manifest neurological illness.
Well, that may be true, Mike, but that leaves guys like you in a difficult financial situation, doesn't it?
There is an incredible amount of money in college football right now, and the one place it doesn't go is to the people suffering the brain injuries. And that is not right. The money was made off of their backs. At least take care of them for the injuries they sustained, especially if you consider that the trade they made was for their education. Well, I promise you that guy going to the concussion doctor, the education he had, or the guy with ALS, the education he got, is not very useful right now.
If the injury was sustained in the NFL, they wouldn't have that problem. The NFL would help pay the medical costs.
Correct.
But if it's sustained on the college football field,
Good luck. You're on your own.